After spending way too long trying to learn a very simple combo by Dr. Strange, a whole ordeal you can see in my previous video, I was able to close off the Flames of Faltine loop with a completed combo that can kill a character. However, though, this is only the first step of the process, and now we need to move on to the next step. Picking a point character to support him. There's a lot of really strong characters that synchronize well with Doctor Strange. Probably most famous of these is Nova, one of the strongest and easiest characters to use at the top level. But given the theme of my life is suffering, I decided to go with someone else. No, not her. Beautiful Joe. And although he's a remarkably maneuverable character, he does have some struggles. But Doctor Strange accommodates his weaknesses very well with his very high damage combos. And after watching a whole bunch of Striped Polka Dot gameplay, I decided to go to the lab to see what I could come up with. Thankfully, I already had a bread and butter combo for Beautiful Joe, so I already had a decent head start. And one of the advantages of this combo is that in the corner, it can lead to Doctor Strange FOF loops. So with this combo already under my belt, I decided to bring out the timer, and thus continuing my world famous brute force technique. With the added pressure of adding a step to my bread and butter combo, I could already see myself faltering. I began dropping the first part of the combo because I was already too focused on the second half, but after a couple of minutes of shaking off some rust, I was getting it. Or so I thought. After about 15 minutes of brute forcing my way through this practice session, I noticed I was having 3 main issues with my execution. Did I address any of them though? Absolutely not. In fact, I was actually kind of running into a problem. Let me see if you can hear it. I am dead silent while practicing. I was actually kind of having a problem editing this video because I couldn't find any, obscene reactions. In fact, I was just watching my tapes constantly going come on, dude, get angry or something, come on. I wasn't locked in, I wasn't paying attention, I was just pressing buttons for the sake of pressing buttons. I was brute forcing, but I wasn't really there. I was autopiloting. And I autopiloted all the way up to the 59-minute mark. I eventually came to my senses and just turned the game off and paused the timer. Came back to it in about 15 minutes after taking a shower. And then after about 20-ish minutes, I was actually finally able to do this. So what were those 3 main things I was struggling with? That's kind of nerd talk. You don't really care about that. You just want to see me suffer.